Make sure you don't miss a thing. Go to starzology.com/newsletter and sign up. Welcome to the Starzology Astrology Podcast. I'm your host, Alison Price, and I'm here with my good friend and co-host, Arwynne O'Neill.
Hello, Alison. It's great to be here.
So nice to have you once more. So in this episode, we're going to be talking about outer planet signatures.
Yeah.
Just to be clear, when we're talking about the outer planets, I'm talking about the three outer planets. So that's Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto.
Yep.
And when we talk about signatures, this is what I want to talk about a little bit. This is an idea that the outer planets are, even if they're not well engaged in your chart, they're still working for you in the background.
Yes.
They're still part of your chart, but they might not be highly engaged.
Right. And if they are, that makes you what some astrologers call an outer planetary person.
Yes.
Which I think is really cool. And we can find out which of the planets is strongest.
Yes.
Through a number of tests and questions.
We will.
Yeah.
So the idea is that, the theory is that if an outer planet is well engaged, it would be conjoined, say, your sun or your ascendant or something, and then it tends to become prominent.
Or a chart ruler, or adjacent to one of the angles of the chart.
Yes.
Or in the first house, then it would have its own sort of level of importance.
Depending on its place in the chart and its connection to it.
Yeah. Let's step back a second just for the beginners and say, why do we consider the outer planets differently from the other planets? What makes those three special? And I would say two things. One being that they were not originally in the Ptolemaic solar system because they were not visible with the naked eye.
Yeah.
And they are the three planets in our solar system that were discovered through science as opposed to just natural observation.
Yeah, you can't see them.
Yeah. And when I say science, obviously they did create like telescopes and things like that. We know the ancient Greeks and Egyptians and stuff. Obviously they were looking at the stars, but
they were unknown.
Those planets wouldn't have been able to see them with the tools at their disposal.
That's right. And even tonight, you can go out in the night, you can't see them.
So. Oh, in the city, for sure. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, yes, those three. Yes, for sure. We can't see much of anything.
We can't. No, we can see the moon.
We're downtown. We
can see the moon.
Cloudy and bright.
Yeah. So the idea is that to assess, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be assessing outer planet strength within the chart. And of course, when you realize it, you can use this for any of your planets, but we're focusing on the outer planets here. But first, I just want to talk about the two inner planets, which is Mercury and Venus, because depending which of whether your Mercury is stronger or your Venus is stronger, this is likely to show how you are going to consciously be able to tap into subconscious energies from outer planets.
Ooh, I love that. So any aspects that the outer planets make to those two are especially important.
Well, the question really is, which is more prominent for you, Mercury or Venus? Oh. Just as a general, I've got some. Yeah, these are Alison and
Arwynne. I love this.
Yeah.
Especially because those two, as you say, are the strongest planets in my chart.
Yeah. Well, yes, for you. I thought of you when we did this. Anyway,
hilarious.
So with Mercury, you can consciously engage your Mercury by thoughtful intention in your messages and align your daily actions with your deeper chart signature. From there, your astrology business, because that's what we're talking about, starts to feel less forced and more like an authentic expression of who you are, because you are bringing thoughtful intention when Mercury is strong for you. Mm-hmm. So it's all about chitter-chatter, who you talk to, what you think about, books you read, and so on. That's if you have a strong Mercury. And then alternatively, if you have a strong, if Venus is your prominent inner planet, the process shifts to more gentle but powerful way. So rather than leading with analysis in your day-to-day and messaging alone, which is Mercury, you lead through connection, social ease, charm, and a natural sense of grace. So it softens your approach, and you've got more social skills to smooth the way.
Analytical skills.
Yes.
Yeah.
So when Mercury focuses on what you say and how you say it, Mercury focuses on how others feel in your presence, right?
Yeah.
Because what we're trying to talk about is, what I'm trying to say here is that your clients may be drawn to your warmth, your aesthetic, your kindness or beauty when you create around your work. So the idea is that we are technically with this, I'm talking probably to practicing astrologers who are trying to say, well, how are these outer planets going to help me in my business? Well, it doesn't have to be an astrology business, but that's really what we're talking about. And if you know to start with, if your Mercury or Venus is more prominent, you've got that insider track about how are you going to tap into these outer energies in the first place.
Right. Yeah.
So, yeah.
I love that.
So what we're going to really be looking for is what I'm calling your dominant outer planet signature. Mm-hmm. So we are looking for, and a signature in a chart is how effective a planet is in your own natal chart of stepping forward and helping you out.
Yeah.
Because some step forward and others just step back, and some are just, I don't know, while they're sitting on the benches, or I don't know what the phrase is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sidelines.
The sidelines. Mm-hmm. Whereas some are saying, hey, look at me. And then, So I have devised this handy-dandy table thing, and we're going to go through it to calculate your outer planet signature. And fortunately, if you click through on the, if you're listening to the podcast and you click through the links to the blog post, you can download this particular table we're going to be talking about in a moment. And if you're on YouTube, you still can click through to the blog post to get this table if you want it. So today we're going to be looking through Arwynne's chart. She's our, I don't want to call you a guinea pig, but she's
sure, I don't mind.
She's our favorite test.
Yes.
And so what I have here is we've got this table we're going to be working with, and that's for you.
Thanks.
And what we're going to do is there are several questions that we're going to work through. First of all, to find out whether or not which of the outer planets, Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto, is more dominant in your chart.
Love this. Yeah.
So there are several questions. You've got sharpen your pencil there, Arwynne.
Yes.
So have you got a pen there? Good.
Yes.
So our first question is, and each of these questions gets points, and then you mark it up in each of the planets. So we'll do one planet first. We'll do Uranus, then Neptune. I think that'll be easier. Yeah. That's great. And then our listeners can just download their file and follow along with us. So the first question is it conjunct your ascendant?
That'd be no.
So we're talking about Uranus, right?
Yeah.
So that's a no for you?
Yeah. Actually, none of them. None of them are.
Okay, so it's no across the board.
Yeah.
So you're going to get 0 for that question. Is it conjunct your sun for 10 points?
No.
We've got a whole load of nothing so far.
Actually, all 3.
Okay. Is it conjoined your moon?
No.
No.
None of them are.
None of them are. Is it your chart ruler for 10 points?
Pluto is.
Do. What's that sound? Do. 10 points to Pluto.
Yes.
Okay, so Pluto's in the lead with 10.
Yes.
Uranus and Neptune still have 0 both.
Yeah.
Okay. And next question. Is it conjoined your chart ruler? Do. So we need to know what the chart ruler is. So with the ascendant being Scorpio,
yes.
It would either be, is it conjoined Mars or is it conjoined Pluto? No. Okay. Nothing there.
Nothing. None of them.
Is it conjoined your midheaven for 10 points?
No.
Nothing there. Ooh,
none of them.
Okay. Is it in accidental dignity for 5 points?
You will have to remind me what that is.
Yes. So let me remind you. So accidental dignity is if it is in the house it naturally rules in the natural wheel. So for Pluto, that would be the 8th house. For Neptune, it would be the 12th house. And for Uranus, it would be the 11th house.
Nope. 0. All across the board.
0 across the board.
Yeah.
Okay. Goodness me. So for 5 points, is it in your first house?
No.
We're getting a whole load of zeros here. For 5 points, is it your morning planet? Is it the planet that rises ahead of your sun? Is it the one clockwise from your sun? The next planet clockwise to your sun?
No, definitely
0 across the board.
Yeah.
Gosh. How about this for 5 points? Is it the focal planet in a triangle pattern?
Ooh.
There's the question. So define a triangle pattern. So the triangle.
Grand trine?
Well, no, there's no focal in a grand trine. So it's T-squares, T-squares, yods, mini grand trines, or Thor's hammers. And then what about Neptune? Your Neptune is there. Can you see it's in part of that mini grand trine with Pluto and Jupiter? So it's Neptune's going to get 5 points.
Yay.
Go Neptune.
Wait, is it?
What do you think? Let's just double check it.
I've seen Neptune, Saturn, and Mars in some sort of a configuration.
No, it's Neptune, Jupiter, and Pluto.
Wow. Okay.
Can you see it?
It's not triggering a little thing in the app that I've got. Let me look over there too.
Okay. The blue triangle, Neptune, You see the blue triangle? That's a mini grand trine.
Oh, nice.
Neptune's at 4, Pluto's at 3, and Jupiter's at 3. That is a mini grand trine.
Beautiful.
So it is the focal planet of that one.
Oh, I see it. I actually do see it now, but it's just not bright like yours.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's so
okay,
tricky.
So Neptune is 5 points. Boy, see, even we are like,
I know,
confused.
Do not think it's straightforward.
It's not straightforward whatsoever.
I'm just going to fix my numbers here because I see.
And all of the beginners who are just like, I thought I'd give this podcast a try. They're like, what is happening?
Well, but when you know, you know.
You know.
Exactly.
And not all of our podcasts are this complicated or require paperwork.
But honestly, they could be. This is what goes on in the mind.
Yeah, and you'll work up to it. No, don't worry.
You will.
Stick with us, please.
All right, next question for 5 points. Is it your most elevated planet? So that is the planet closest to the midheaven.
No.
It is not.
None of them.
None of them are. And for minus 5 points, is it retrograde? No. So zero's getting
all of them
across the board.
Yeah.
So if you now add up your numbers, which planet is coming out top of the heap?
Pluto has 10 points and Neptune has 5.
And Uranus
has 0.
Yeah. So your dominant outer planet is actually Pluto.
Yeah. I would have thought that.
Why?
Well, it's my chart ruler.
That's why it's getting the marks.
Yeah. But it's also conjunct my Venus, which I think is sort of important. So, that's a dynamic in my chart that exists. And it is Pluto. It's also square Saturn. Very, very tightly square Saturn.
Mm-hmm.
So I definitely feel like there's Plutonian stuff in my chart. I don't feel non-Plutonian.
No, and clearly it's coming out as your dominant planet, right?
Yeah.
So when you do the actual calculation, it's pretty straightforward if you know what the question is asking of you. And so for Arwynne, it's Pluto as your prominent outer planet. We knew that, but we have to thank God the numbers proved it too.
Imagine if it had been.
I know.
Yeah.
And then just as when I do it for me, it's slightly differently. I don't need to go through all the questions. We've just gone through all of that. So for me, it's actually Uranus. I'm getting 10 points because it's conjoined the sun. I'm getting 10 points because it's conjoined the chart ruler.
Nice.
I'm getting 5 points because it's in the first house and 5 points because it's my morning planet. So my Uranus is getting 30.
Nice.
Then my Neptune's getting 10.
Oh, wow.
And my Pluto's getting 0.
Yeah.
So, and then at the bottom, I've actually got the totals that you can achieve. And if you have all things, if you're more than 50 points, it's a strong signal. If it's moderate, if it's between 30 to 45, so I'm moderate with Uranus. Fair is 10 to 25, that's your Pluto. Yeah. And then weak is less than 10 or 0 or minus 5.
Yeah.
But the most you can get, I think, is 65 points anyway.
Yeah.
And then it's absolutely prominently prominent.
Yeah.
So do you see how we are calculating this, that we're asking specific questions about importance within the chart?
Yeah.
Not necessarily conjoined Venus, but these important positions that a planet can be. Yeah. And as I said at the beginning, you can do it actually for all of your planets.
Yeah.
And say, well, how's my Venus? How's my Mars? How's my Jupiter? And answer these questions. Right?
Yeah, definitely.
So what we've come to then is that, and of course, when our super fans get on this and download the thing down in Bellingham, I'm talking to you.
You know who you are.
You know who you are. And you can calculate which is your prominent outer planet.
Yeah.
And then, Any questions at this point, Arwynne, or thoughts?
No, it's interesting, though, because it might not be what you expect. Another really close combination square that I have in my chart is Neptune square the sun, but also Mercury. And those are something that I notice for sure. So it's really interesting. You might just look at your chart and say, oh, well, it got all these squares to, one of those, but it might not be any of those questions that you asked.
Yes, because these are the important ones.
Right, exactly. Yeah. So the importance of doing the thing, even if you think you know the answer.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And we didn't go back to the beginning when we said, do you think your Mercury or Venus is more prominent? What would you say there?
Oh, I mean, we've done the dispositors.
I know.
And they're equal. They're right up there.
They're both equal for you. Yeah. But for me, Mercury is way more prominent than Venus. Right. So it's all jibber jabber chit chat. And here we're doing a podcast.
Yeah. And about astrology. So
and a table and a calculator. We're adding things up and it's all symbolic. So, yeah. So the idea might, then the question is, so what? So what? So we know what it is. So what I'm going to go through, I just want to go through some ideas I have here about how your dominant outer planet attracts clients to your astrology business, particularly, or any business really, while you're not paying attention. It's background noise going on in your life.
Love that.
So because you have a Pluto signature, Pluto signature, clients magnetically appear. I'm just going to read a bit here, if that's okay.
Please.
If Pluto is your dominant outer planet, your client attraction works beneath the surface. You do not always need loud promotion. Instead, there is a quiet intensity about your work that draws the right people towards you. The connection can feel fated, private, and deeply personal.
That's really interesting. Yeah.
Yeah. Your clients find you through your cryptic messages. Your words may carry layers of meaning. Subtle or psychologically rich advertising can speak directly to those who are ready for depth. The people who resonate will recognize themselves in what you hint at rather than what you spell out, because you're attracting the Plutonian types here.
Interesting.
They magnetically appear. At times it can feel as though clients simply show up. There is a sense of inevitability about connection. And they may say they felt compelled to contact you, or that something just pulled them in your direction. It's like a tractor beam.
Right. I love it.
And they hover in the shadows. So potential clients watch quietly before making contact. They read your website, follow your posts, and observe your tone. They are assessing whether you are safe enough for the kind of deep work they seek.
Fascinating.
And then afraid to approach. Pluto work can be intense. Clients may sense that you go straight to the heart of the matter. This can be both attractive and intimidating. They may hesitate, knowing that a reading with you could uncover truths they have kept hidden.
Yeah.
And they're lurkers before becoming clients. It's common for Pluto signature clients to take their time. They may engage anonymously, subscribe quietly, or return again and again before booking with you. Trust builds slowly, but once established, it is strong.
Love it.
And when the timing is right, they step forward. Often this happens during periods of crisis, transformation, or deep questioning in their lives. They seek you out because they sense you can handle the raw and complex themes they are facing. And
honestly, you're saying clients, but I feel like there are friends.
That's people who've
that's how I've attracted a lot of friends.
Because Pluto is working silently for you in the background, and this is what you're emanating.
Yeah. I've had so many conversations with people ever since school, like early in high school. I would have conversations with people where everyone else would somehow melt away, and they would end up either crying or telling me some incredibly in-depth story that they had never told anyone else about themselves, and entrusting me. One person came out to me early in 9th grade.
Wow.
And back then, another told me about being abused by his parents, and a couple of people ran away from home to move into our basement briefly. Yeah. So I was always attracting people who were in some sort of crossroads or crisis.
And even today, Arwynne, today.
Yeah. Yeah. I obviously would, it's safer to talk about these people who are, 30 years in the past. But yeah, I really had a lot of intense encounters with people who just needed someone who actually genuinely understood and looked and saw them,
Yes. So I do say, I'm saying it about clients because that really was what the topic was. But in general, this planet for you, Pluto, is working for you in the background, and is working when you're not paying attention. It's like your background radiation. Yeah. Or what do they call it from the Big Bang? It's just
the cosmic background radiation.
Yes. Whereas all we pay attention to, where's my Mercury? Where's my Venus? Square this, there's Saturn. That's stuff that we're consciously aware of.
Right.
But these three are working silently for you in the background. And because for you it's Pluto, that's the sort of thing that you're attracting.
Right. And also these are generational planets.
Yes.
So Uranus moves every 7 years. Uranus moves every 12 years, and Pluto takes between 8 and 30 years, depending on where it is in the zodiac. 30 is at the Taurus end, and 12 is at the Scorpio end, which happened in the 80s to 90s. Yeah. So now we're in Pluto.
Pluto's in Aquarius.
In Aquarius, yes. Yeah. So, and it's going to be there for a good long time. Yes. But,
So even if you got a lickety-split Barbie pink natal chart, if you've got Pluto as your dominant outer planet, it's still bringing in that deep, intense.
Yeah.
And that's what happens.
Black and purple, such a beautiful combination.
There you go. You
so
see?
Beautiful together.
So interesting. And yeah. So let's just go through the Neptune signature, with neither of us had, although it's my second runner at 10 points. It's your second runner. I've got it for 5 because of that mini grand trine.
Yeah.
So with your Neptune, if you have a strong outer planet Neptune signature, which is dominant over Pluto and Uranus, this is what we're saying, which is not the case for us, but it may be certainly for some of our listeners.
Absolutely.
Who are intuitively listening.
Yes.
So if Neptune is your dominant outer planet, your client flow feels subtle and inspired. You are not always sure how people found you. There is a sense of drift and divine timing. The connection is often emotional, spiritual, based on a shared sensitivity. Mm-hmm. Neptune clients respond to your mood and imagery. Soft colors, poetic language, and creative presentations speak to them. They are drawn to the feeling behind your message as much as the content itself. Mm-hmm. So you position yourself this way. Many of your clients may reach out during tender moments. They could be searching for meaning, comfort, and reassurance. Some may even say they asked the universe for guidance, and then they discovered you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
With Neptune, referrals and discoveries can feel mysterious. People seem to absorb your presence over time. They may not recall exactly where they first encountered you, only that they felt guided in your direction.
Love it.
And these are people who find astrology hypnotic. These clients are captivated by symbolism and the unfolding story of the chart. They enjoy the dreamlike quality of astrology and are willing to explore subtle layers of meaning.
Yeah.
They believe in astrology. Faith plays a role here. Neptune types often approach astrology with openness and trust. They are ready to receive insight and may already see astrology as part of their spiritual path. Your Neptune signature, if it's strong, attracts seekers. They may meditate, pray, or follow a spiritual practice, and they value compassion and empathy and appreciate an astrologer who listens gently and holds space with care.
Absolutely. That makes such sense.
Yeah. So let's put it this way. If you are a practicing astrologer and you get a client's chart, you can calculate that outer planet signature. And if it's Neptune, this is how they want to be responded to as well.
Right.
Because that's how you're going to connect.
Yeah. And look through all of your charts of all your clients and see if there's a
there is
a pattern of there being way more Neptunian people attracted to you. Yeah.
And and it works in life as well, right?
Oh, for sure.
I don't know anybody particularly who has this to speak of, but if you are the sort of astrologer who has Neptune, you're going to be having that mystic, even your website, there's going to be, crystal balls and stars in the sky, and flow and whatnot, and Neptunian will ooze forward for you.
Back in the day, they would have had those mouse trails that follow your mouse. When
yes,
we see that.
Yeah. So that's Neptune, And then we turn to Uranus, a strong Uranus signature, which is the one I actually have. Yeah. So I'll just go through some of my thoughts on this. If Uranus is your dominant outer planet, your client attraction can feel electric and unpredictable. Mm-hmm. People connect with you quickly. There is often an instant spark of shared ideas or excitement about astrology itself, because Uranus rules astrology to start with. So Uranian clients are fascinated by the craft. They are curious about techniques, systems, new approaches. They may come to you not only for answers, but for the love of astrology as a subject in its own right.
Yeah.
And many of my clients are astrologers themselves. They come and they say, "Can you read my chart? I'd love your insight."
That's amazing. Yeah.
And they want to learn astrology. Many will want to study. They ask questions about how charts work and how you reach your conclusions. Some may eventually become students, colleagues, or collaborators.
Love it.
Okay. And then Uranian clients are modern and up to date. They appreciate innovation. They're comfortable with technology, online readings, contemporary interpretations. They value fresh thinking and progressive perspectives. Thank goodness. Because that's what this is. This is a system here. And they contact you at a group meeting because, of course, it is related to that 11th house.
Right.
So Uranus thrives in communities and networks. You may meet clients through workshops, conferences, or astrology groups. Introductions can happen in lively social settings where ideas are being exchanged.
Absolutely.
Yes. And they use social networking. Online platforms suit your Uranian signature well. Clients may discover you through social media, forums, and digital communities and podcasts. The connection can begin with a comment, a share, or a quick message.
Yeah.
So that's how I'm found through technology. Yeah. They like to be unusual. Your clients often celebrate their individuality. They enjoy being different and are open to alternative viewpoints. They may seek you out because you support their uniqueness rather than trying to fit them into a mold.
Yeah.
And there is often a reforming spirit with your Uranus clients. They are interested in progress, equality, and a new vision for society. They value astrology as a tool for awareness and awakening, and they look to you for insights that supports their larger ideals.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
I can totally see that as well.
Yeah, so this is how Uranus is, well, it's all the things Uranus rules and how it's sort of coming through. And I do see this in my practice because when I first started being an astrologer a million years ago, everybody's website then was dark blue and there was stars over here and there was little reading and the picture of a serious person sitting there. And it was also not me.
Yeah.
And it's also this dark blue and mystical and blah, blah, and ethereal. And that's typically, obviously, the Neptune and Plutonian things. But that's where I changed it. And my branding is more, it's me now. It's Uranian. You either like it or you don't, you know? But that's the idea, because these are my people. This is what's strong in my chart.
Yeah.
Uranus is emanating for me. And even when I'm out and about in the streets, people are coming up and asking these questions. And, you know.
Yeah.
And particularly at astrology groups, I always get people going, can you read my chart? What about this? And they sit next to me and say, well, what do you think about blah, blah, blah? Yeah. What do you think about this new movement?
You're just crackling with that Uranian energy. I love it.
Well, yeah, maybe.
That Tesla zappy coil machine thing. Just like sitting in the corner being like, okay, I am the oracle, come to me. Yeah.
As I sit over the vent, yes.
Yes.
Okay, so now I just want to go through a few more things about how to promote your astrology business. And we did speak earlier that it could be any business you happen to have, but clearly you're an astrology person if you're even listening in the first place.
Right. Any business, any side hustle, anything that you're promoting your
how to promote yourself. Yeah.
This is how you'll do it.
Yeah. So I am specifically talking about promoting your astrology business with different signatures. So with a strong Pluto signature, so this is you, Arwynne. Mm-hmm. If Pluto is strong in your chart, your business thrives on depth, trust, and transformation. You are not here for light entertainment. You are here to guide people through profound inner change. Your promotion works best when it reflects the seriousness and power of the work you actually do.
Interesting. That's extra interesting considering that the last several contracts I've had have either been in change management, which is obviously transformational, or it's been a maternity leave cover, which is also you're transforming and bringing new life into the world, and that's why I'm there too.
It's crazy.
It's just a little. Yeah, these things have applications.
They do
across the board.
So you need to be offering in-depth psychological readings. Make it clear that you go beneath the surface. Highlight your ability to explore motivations, fears, patterns, and shadow material. Mm-hmm. Clients who are ready for real self-examination will recognize the value immediately. Offer sexual problem explorations.
Wait, what?
Yeah. Pluto signature. Pluto governs intimacy and taboo subjects. If this is within your skill set, you can signal that you are comfortable discussing sensitive topics. This reassures clients who may feel embarrassed speaking elsewhere. Yeah. I never get clients like this.
Yeah.
No,
we both have way too much Virgo.
Yeah, probably.
that trumps anything the outer planets are going to do. They're just like, nah, I'll open up to someone else about that.
So you also want to be promoting the mystery of your craft. Yeah. You don't have to explain everything. A tone of depth and quiet power can be more compelling than oversharing. Let people sense that there is more to discover once they step into your world.
Yes.
Offer private readings. Yes. Offer private readings. Exclusivity suits Pluto. Emphasize one-on-one sessions, confidential containers, and focused time. Your ideal clients want to feel held in a secure and undistracted space. Mm-hmm. Allow your clients anonymity. Some Pluto clients prefer discretion. You might offer options that protect identity, such as private bookings or minimal public sharing.
Yeah.
This can lower the barrier for those dealing with delicate issues.
Yeah.
Stress your privacy policy. Be explicit about confidentiality. State clearly that what is shared in the session remains private. Trust is everything in Pluto work, and naming it builds confidence. So that needs, your privacy policy needs to be clearly stated there. Offer deep insights. Use language that reflects transformation. Speak about breakthroughs, healing old wounds, and reclaiming personal power. Those in crisis or transition will feel understood.
I love that.
Explore past life regressions if you want to. Pluto resonates with themes of karma, rebirth, and soul journey. If appropriate to your practice, you can include regression-style work or karmic chart analysis as part of your offerings.
Yeah.
Offer bereavement astrology. Times of loss are deeply Plutonian. You can position yourself as someone who gently supports clients through grief, endings, and life-altering change, helping them find meaning during difficult passages. When you align your promotion of your business with Pluto's depth and intensity, you naturally attract those who are ready to do courageous inner work.
Amazing.
Now, of course, as we said, this can apply to any business you have. So, but technically, if Pluto's working, these need to be your selling points, if you will. This is what you are offering. This is the type of astrology you're offering. You're offering Plutonian astrology.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to make my LinkedIn profile more mysterious now.
I think so. I think that there has to be hidden depth there, and it makes sense, right? No matter who you are, it makes sense, to align yourself, because it's speaking for you when you're not speaking for yourself, because it's background.
Yeah.
So let's have a look at promoting your astrology business with Neptune signature.
Okay.
So if Neptune is strong in your chart, your astrology business goes through compassion, inspiration, and subtle connection. You are offering more than information. You are offering reassurance, hope, and a sense of meaning. Your promotion works best when it reflects empathy and spiritual awareness. I think these are the websites I was talking about earlier. Yeah. Say you understand. Let potential clients know that you truly hear them. Simple phrases that convey understanding can be powerful. Many Neptune clients are seeking to feel seen at an emotional or spiritual level.
Yeah.
Use your intuition. If you work intuitively, say so. Neptune supports insights that flows rather than follow strict rules. Clients who value this approach will feel comforted knowing you trust your inner guidance. So here, if you're intuitive, you might be a tarot reader on the side. You might be a clairvoyant. These are all Neptune. You might be a crystal ball reader.
Yeah.
Those are all Neptunian things, and you can add those as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So offer a sympathetic ear. Highlight your ability to listen. Neptune types often need space to share their story. Emphasize that your sessions are gentle, reflective, and non-judgmental.
Yeah.
Say that you relate to them. Build bridges through shared feeling. Without oversharing, you can communicate that you appreciate the human experience of confusion, longing, and growth. This creates trust.
Right.
Now, longing is such a Neptune word.
Yeah. Oh.
Longing and belonging.
Yeah.
Mention your belief in their problems. Neptune clients may fear being dismissed, so affirm that their concerns are valid and meaningful. Your belief in the significance of their struggles helps them open up.
Yeah.
Use a crystal ball as a prop. Yes. Visual symbols can enhance your message. Soft mystical imagery and spiritual tools can reinforce the atmosphere of your practice. It is less about theatrics and more about creating a mood of reflection and wonder. Say you can help clients find their vision. Neptune rules dreams and ideals. Speak about helping clients clarify their life path, reconnect with inspiration, and rediscover their purpose. This language resonates deeply.
I totally see that.
Yeah. And intimate that you are psychic or a medium. If you are, If this is true for you, allow it to be known gently and honestly. Neptune clients are often spiritually inclined and may actively seek intuitive and mediumistic guidance. When you promote your work through kindness, imagination, and faith, you attract those who are looking for meaning as much as answers. So that's if you are strongly Neptune, because that's what you're going to be attracting.
Absolutely. That makes perfect sense to me. I really love the words intuitive and longing. It's
very Neptune. And, people do come to astrology as a new age practice, seeking meaning, not necessarily wanting to know the big things, but a bit of understanding. And they're the Neptunian ones, and they'll seek out the Neptunian astrologers amongst you.
Yeah.
And maybe we should even say to our listeners that if you think you are Pluto, Neptune, or Uranian astrologer, drop me a line and we can chat about it further and see how their practices are working.
Absolutely. That would be really, really, really interesting to know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This episode is brought to you by New Moon Wishing, a self-care guidebook for wishful thinkers. Please see the link in the show notes. Okay, and then promoting your astrology business with Uranus. Yeah, Alison, you're up.
Yes.
So, if Uranus is strong in your chart, your astrology business grows through innovation, independence, and fresh ideas. You are here to awaken, to modernize, and to connect people through shared visions.
Yeah.
Your promotion works best when it feels progressive and future-focused. Mm-hmm. Promote astrology for the 21st century. Position your work as relevant and current. Show how astrology speaks into modern life, technology, and social change. Uranian clients want to know that this ancient craft still has cutting-edge value.
Yeah.
And that I definitely do. Even though it's an ancient practice, in today's world, we're all modern.
Yeah.
I'm using all the technology and everything.
You were the first person I knew to actually take Bitcoin as a payment.
Oh, yes. Yes, I know. Be new age. If that suits you, lean into alternative perspectives, explore progressive topics, unconventional techniques, and emerging schools of thought. Your audience is open to what is different. Mm-hmm. And this definitely I do, because I know in my practice, I've come along and come up with a load of ideas, some of which we've discussed here, such as even this calculation and ideas that you want to do, because I even believe today that people who are practicing astrology, if you come up with your new idea about astrology, let's hear about it.
Absolutely.
Don't think that because it was all discovered 2,000 years ago, there's nothing more to be said.
No, absolutely do not think that.
Yeah. Use a computer and techie props. Yes, that's me. Mm-hmm. Technology is your ally. Online bookings. I try. Digital charts and virtual sessions align well with your signature. Even visually, a modern setup reinforces your innovative style.
Yeah.
Yes. Stress astrology is for young people. Uranus carries a youthful energy. Emphasize accessibility and openness. Show that astrology is not restricted by age, background, or tradition.
Yeah.
And then promote astrology for the masses. Think broad reach. Webinars, group talks, and online communities suit your style. You are comfortable sharing knowledge widely rather than keeping it exclusive.
Yeah.
And over the years, I've spoken in conferences in the US and Canada and issued things and written books, and I'm quite happy to, even the blog, I'm putting it out there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't keep it exclusive, no. Read futures, yes. Uranus rules futures and breakthroughs. So highlight forecasting trends and upcoming shifts. Clients who are excited about what lies ahead will be drawn to you. Mm. So there was a time I was on a plane and I sat next to this guy and he started talking as they do. And he said, what do you do for a living? And I said, I'm in futures, because I didn't want to say I'm an astrologer. And he said, oh, he's in the market, blah, blah, blah. And then, of course, I had to say then, actually, I do astrology forecasting. And then he said to me, when's the best time to buy and sell? That was the question. I just met this person.
That's hilarious.
So my answer is, you buy when the moon's waxing and you sell when it's waning. And he said, I'll take it. I said, yeah.
That's incredible.
I know. Wow. Futures. What do you do? I'm in futures.
I love that he had a follow-up question. That's insane.
Yeah, I know. Because you think, really? That's your question? You just sat next to me. Yeah. But we're stuck here for 5 hours. Anyway. So also now, break down borders. You may attract an international audience, which is true. I've always had clients around the world.
Yeah. You've moved around the world.
Well, yes, but most of my clients, even today, they're not in Canada. I've got people in Greece and China who are coming to me. It's just always been the case.
That's amazing.
Promote cross-cultural dialogue and global awareness. And Uranus thrives in diverse networks that connect beyond geography, which is true because since the internet.
Yeah.
You can just go onto my website and book wherever you are in the world, make your booking and go for it. Yeah. And if you're not comfortable with technology, you're not my client. Yes.
Yeah.
Support astrologers without borders. I don't even know if that's a thing, but anyway, it ought to be. Align yourself with humanitarian outreach efforts. If that resonates, Uranus values collective progress and social contribution.
I love it.
Promote your astrology group. Community is key, whether online or in person. Groups, forums, and discussion circles amplify your influence. Uranian clients enjoy learning and sharing within a network. When you align your promotion with Uranus, you naturally attract curious, forward-thinking individuals who are eager to explore astrology in a modern and connected way.
Yeah. Fantastic. Like you met me.
Like I met you at a group.
Yes.
I started
at a group that you started.
I started a group.
We had this electrifying conversation that was super interesting. And then the next time we met, I'm like talking about podcasts. And as we know, obviously you said, what's a podcast? Yeah. And next thing you know, we were doing a podcast.
And that's 14 years ago now? It must be, because I came to Vancouver in 2012. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the astrology groups in Toronto and here at Cape Town, I was in there with all things. But
and back then, the only astrology group was in New Westminster, which I had gone to a few times, but it's far from downtown. It really is.
Far.
Yeah,
it really is far. Yeah.
Oh, now I'm commuting farther than that to work. But yeah, I mean that's for 8 hours versus like an hour and a half.
Yeah. Okay, so I've just got some more ideas about, so what, where are we going to go with all of this? And what can our listeners do next? Or what can Arwynne and I do next about this? So I've got some extend yourself ideas for these outer planet signatures. And once you start looking at them in people's charts, you realize that they're playing out in subtle ways. So you want to consider your natal chart or the charts of your clients or family or whomever you're looking at, but you need the chart. So suggest which inner planet you can engage to better understand your outer planets in your chart. And the inner planets are Mercury and Venus. They are inside the orbit of the Earth. So this is what I started with, that if you are more verbal and thinking and talking, that is likely how you're going to be able to express this.
Yeah.
But if you are Venusian, there's a word.
Yeah.
And you're gentle, you're more social, you see the big picture, you've got the color and the feeling of the whole thing.
Right brain versus left brain.
Yes, holistic. Exactly.
Yes.
So you've got the one side's all like numbers and letters.
Yeah.
And that's how you think. And the other side is more, this is better look good, or that color doesn't match this, or I can't
intuition.
Yeah. So you need to consider yourself, which is more prominent for you. Is it Mercury or is it Venus? And technically you can do the exact same calculation against your Mercury and Venus and say, I'm Mercurial or I'm Venusian.
Yeah.
You're both, we said, didn't, or more, I think you're more Mercurial,
a little bit more. Yeah. Because it is conjunct the sun. And
yes. We could calculate your Mercury. Yeah. For me, it's definitely Mercury. I've got it right on the ascendant, first house, in your face. There's no question. Whereas Venus is down the back somewhere in the back room. Yeah. And that helps you realize that by combining an inner planet with an outer planet, you can, why wouldn't you? You can bring it forward and say, oh, I see, I can talk more about this if it's Mercury. Yeah. Or I see, I can prepare these images or something and pull it forward that way. And make sure you're tapping into your correct outer planet through your inner planet.
Love that.
So the next step is to obviously calculate your dominant outer planet. You need to download my handy dandy calculate your dominant outer planet table.
Yes.
You download it, print it out, and do the calculation. I'm also going to say here, suggest one other way that a strong Pluto signature could attract clients towards you.
Yeah.
Because we're trying to think now.
Yeah.
I'm not just feeding, I'm teaching you how to fish, right? Or whatever that saying was.
Yeah.
Suggest another way that a dominant Neptune signature could promote your astrology business. And suggest how a natal Uranus complex shows what you can gain from an astrology reading in general. Mm-hmm. Now, if you are listening and you can actually answer these questions, I'd love to hear from you. You can email me at starzology@gmail.com and let me know what other ways would you suggest that you could use these? I want to know, how are you thinking about this material that we've shared with you today? And how are you going to further explore Pluto, Neptune, and Uranus? Because you'll have one, but your clients will have one too. And to understand how these planets are working in the background.
Yes.
They're speaking for you when you don't.
Yeah.
It's like you walk in and you're wearing perfume and there's this fragrance. We know a lady in our elevator who has fragrance. And I think
we always know when she's been there.
I know she was here because she's left and she emanated.
Yeah.
And if you meet other people in the street, there's another emanation coming your way. And these are things that are being oozed out of you, your outer planet. Yeah. So I think it's an interesting thing. I think it's a subtle thing. And why wouldn't you calculate these outer planet signatures?
Yeah. Super important.
Yeah.
Yeah. And will anybody have like nothing?
No.
Is it possible to have 0?
Well, technically you could have -5 if they're retrograde.
Yeah, that's right. So some people are just not outer planetary people.
Well, no, but one will technically
will be stronger.
Yeah. So even if you've got 2 at -5 and 1 at 0, you've still got a prominent outer planet, you see.
And it would be weird if they were all 0. It's possible.
Technically, yes.
But then you look at where they make aspects to other planets in your chart and just see where they feel stronger.
Yeah, but one of them is going to step forward, and we can look at another. In a moment, perhaps we can look at another chart and just do another calculation and see what will come up with that.
Yeah,
Let's think about that.
Totally.
Okay, so interestingly, we're going to do a calculation for somebody else. This is now Arwynne's mom, and we have her permission to do this.
Yes.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to ask the questions, and Arwynne's going to tell us what the numbers are.
Yeah.
So here we go. It's like a game show. For 15 points, is it conjunct your ascendant?
0s all across.
Okay.
Yeah.
For 10 points, is it conjoined the sun?
Ooh. No. Nope, nothing.
Okay. And for 10 points, is it conjoined the moon?
No.
Okay.
0.
For 10 points, is it the chart ruler?
No.
Okay. For 10 points, is it conjoined the chart ruler? What is the chart ruler?
That would be Mercury.
Okay.
She has Gemini rising.
Okay.
And she has, nope.
Okay. Woo.
0.
Okay. Is it conjoined the midheaven for 10 points?
No. Not at all.
Is it an accidental dignity?
Remind me one more time.
For 5 points. Okay. So Pluto, is it in the 8th house?
No.
Neptune, is it in the 12th house?
No.
Uranus, is it in the 11th house? No. Is it in your first house for 5 points?
Nothing.
We're gonna have a flat 0 going through.
Good.
Is it your morning planet for 5 points?
No.
Nothing.
Wait, hold on. Morning planet is
the one to clockwise from the sun.
No.
Okay.
Nope.
For 5 points, is it the focal planet in a triangle pattern?
Now that I believe. Yes, Neptune.
Tell me more.
Neptune is the focal planet between Pluto and Mercury.
Is it a T-square?
It is one of those little guys.
Oh, yes. It's a mini grand trine.
That's right.
So that's Neptune?
Yeah.
Yeah. So Neptune is getting 5 points.
All right.
Okay.
Same as me.
Same as you.
Yeah, because I'm using the same chart.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And is Uranus in a T-square here or no? It's not quite. No. Okay. No. So what we got there? Neptune, we said?
5, yeah.
5 for Neptune.
Yeah.
Oh, woohoo. Go, Mom.
Yeah.
For 5 points, is it your most elevated planet? No. And -5, is it retrograde?
No.
No. Okay.
All right.
So we have the grand total of, drum roll please.
5 points to Neptune.
5 points to Neptune.
Yeah.
So Neptune is the outer planet signature.
Yeah. And actually that is what I thought as we've been talking about all these different things.
Why?
I suspected that my mother, also Neptune in her chart, it's conjunct her Venus. So
you love a good conjunction to Venus, don't you?
Yeah, exactly. So that kind of, it stands out already.
And we know about it. We know about the dance.
Yeah, we do.
The ballet.
The ballet, yes.
Is she an intuitive reader, would you say, or intuitive person?
I would say she's very intuitive. And that is actually, to be honest, what made her stop doing readings for other people. Oh, because it was
astrology readings.
Yeah, a long time ago she did. And
draining.
It was very draining and very psychically oppressive. and a lot of responsibility. And not to say she shies away from responsibility for sure, but for him, there's
it's draining.
An intuition overload where you can't control other people being in your head.
Yes.
And if anyone has, read Marvel comics and any of the, Rogue is one of my mother's favorite characters, because the idea of just touching people and having this flood of their past memories.
She
really resonates with that idea.
Yes. And does she do crystal balls or tarot, anything in that vein? No.
A little. Yeah, dabbles for sure, but not as a service to other people, because that's just, it's more personal and about her own transformation. And
And I think even her studying recently is to do with
dance and the environment and very Neptunian things.
Did you say dance?
Dance.
Dance. Sorry,
yes. And also she did something called water dance, which is very
Say
Neptunian.
No more.
And that's about preserving waterways across the world, and people send in their own dance things where they would be dancing around a river or lake or dancing in the ocean, and this is a whole.
And here's my question then, because you know her well. Would you say that even though a 5-point Neptune is very small, it's still, she's not Uranian and she's not Plutonian. Right. She's definitely Neptunian. Yeah. And I've seen her.
Yes. And also she has blue hair. So yeah. Say no more.
Yes. And I think there is a feeling of etherealness about her.
Absolutely.
She's not pushy.
My friends call her a mermaid. Yeah. One of my friends says she's just like a mermaid or a fairy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
A lot of people.
That's interesting, because we hadn't actually looked at her chart before we got together to chat about this. Right. And although she's virtually got no scoring apart from 5 points for something, the triangle pattern.
Yeah, there is definitely a Neptunian.
Is the only planet that's actually connecting and stepping forward, even though it's very slightly.
Yeah.
But he's still the one that's actually doing it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, clearly in her chart, if you did the visible planets, the main planets, she would have stronger planets there, because we will. Oh, yeah. One does.
Yes.
But for the outer planet that's subtly going on in the background, she must have dreams as well or insights, I would say, as well.
Definitely.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, so even though we've been calculating a dominant outer planet because it's running in the background, do realize that you can do this for every planet in your chart, and you will calculate all the planets, and one of them is going to be the king of the castle, the guy on the top of the heap.
Yeah, totally.
And such as with your mother, there's bound to be other planets with a more strongly placed, particularly in your chart. There must be other planets that is strongly placed, can join the sun, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And if you are even a beginner astrologer, you can use this table to and answer these questions to calculate all the 10 planets and decide which is your prominent planet.
Yeah.
And why do we care?
Well, gosh, I mean,
because it's important.
It's important. Yeah. Yeah, totally. I mean, there are so many planets, and this is one of the things that beginners especially come to us and say, where do I even start? There's so many planets. I thought, I was just a Virgo or whatever, just a Taurus. And then there's all these other things. So what's most important? How do I know what to look at? So this is one of the things that tells you how to know what to look at.
Yeah.
Because that most important planet of yours, whatever it is, whether it's an outer planet or an inner planet, is going to be driving while it's, the rest of your planets are sleeping in the back.
That's right. It's the planet that steps forward.
Yeah.
And it's prominent. And then say, for instance, you decide that, Jupiter's got the highest score ever.
Right.
Even then, Jupiter transits will then be more important for you than for the person who doesn't have Jupiter as such a prominent planet in their chart.
You might not even be a Pisces or a Sagittarius, which is ruled by Jupiter, but you might somehow come through the back way and have Jupiter be your elevated planet.
This is it.
Or your most important planet. Yeah.
This is it. And then once you know what that important planet or that prominent planet is, you can then look at those transits that are happening as we speak and say, I am being more affected by this Jupiter rather than my sister sitting next to me. She's not.
And to be clear, it's not transiting Jupiter. It's when things hit your Jupiter and by transit.
Well, it can still be transiting Jupiter. When Jupiter goes retrograde, you're going to feel it too.
Retrograde.
That sort of thing. Or if it's making connections, for sure. But certainly transits to your Jupiter, progressions to that prominent planet will affect it.
Definitely. Yeah.
And I think this is a subtle bit of interpretation. Because once you get past, Mars in the 5th house and Mars in Virgo, and you've got all that, which is where everybody starts. And many people stay there once you move past these things, you can start appreciating what's going on in the chart in a deeper way and realize that it's more than what's just printed here and what's in the aspectarium.
It's like cooking with new spices. You know, get some interesting flavors in there.
Yes.
That it's fine without it, sure. But, you know.
Yeah, once you got past just using a frying pan for everything, you can actually appreciate the subtleties in a chart. And if you're reading for others, you want to be doing this anyway to make sure you know which is their planet that they're coming from.
Right.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was just on a quick check through here of her chart with the Mercury, and tell us what you've discovered.
My Mercury has 30 points on this chart.
Wow.
Yeah.
That does make it super prominent, as you're way more than clearly the Venus would as well.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think that's going to be the winner for, I don't even need to do all the other planets.
You think so? Yeah. Well, yeah. You can eyeball it once you realize what the main questions are. You're looking for strong position within the chart of the planet. The planet has influence in the chart, and that's what you're looking for.
Yeah.
And for you, definitely, you've got Mercury there at 30 points, which is brilliant.
And so, is Uranus then the strongest in your chart, or do you have another?
It actually is the strongest. I've got Uranus at 30 as we calculated. I've got Pluto at 0 and Neptune is at 10. But I've got Mercury at 15. So
it's a contender.
Yeah, so Uranus is still
by far.
By a long chalk, not only the prominent outer, but the prominent planet across the board.
Yeah.
So that's an interesting one that you could get that as well.
Absolutely.
But you don't know till you've worked it out. Yeah. And whereas my Mercury's 15, yours was 30. Yeah, and we are, as podcasters and writers and bloggers and talkers, we're definitely leaning into that Mercury. And I do think that has to promenade. Sorry, is that a word? Mercury must promenade over Venus for you in that case.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it would be ahead by a whisker.
Yeah, by a whisker.
And I mean, look, which one of us is the actual professional astrologer versus the hobbyist?
Go Uranus, go Uranus.
Yes.
Yeah. Exactly. It's, as I said earlier, I live and breathe it. And yeah.
That's great.
All right. So we've had a lot of fun calculating our prominent dominant outer planet.
Yes.
We've worked out that Arwynne's got Pluto. I've got Uranus. And we urge you to calculate yours. You can go to the blog post at starzology.com and download the actual sheet with the questions on so you can work it out for yourself.
Yeah.
And certainly if you've got any comments or you want to answer those extend yourself questions, do drop me a line and you can email us at starzology@gmail.com.
Make sure you are following and subscribed or however it is on the podcast catcher of your choice. If you're at Apple, I believe it's follow. And if you're on Spotify, it's subscribe. And just give us a review or a 5-star rating.
5-star rating.
Yeah. And also on YouTube.
And certainly if you've got any comments, you can put them on YouTube as well.
Yeah.
We only put the audio through to YouTube, but that's fine. But we still have many listeners who listen there. Yeah. But most of our listeners are listening straight up on the podcast.
Yeah.
So make sure you're getting our newsletter and you can sign up at starzology.com/newsletter. Make sure you're getting Arwynne's newsletter and you can find Arwynne at...
I'm at mspink.net, MSPINK, and I send out my weekly newsletter every Saturday.
Fantastic. So thanks so much for listening and we'll see you next time.
See you next time.
Thanks so much for getting this far through the episode. I just want to take a moment to tell you about the two main options of my astrology services. So the first one is coaching. If you are an aspiring astrologer, and by that I mean someone who's perhaps a hobbyist astrologer or someone who's learning astrology or a student, or you've got a few books and you've been doing it for a while, but perhaps you need a little bit of help to bring it all together, then maybe getting some astrological coaching from me would be the answer for you. The astrology coaching I offer is a 1-hour session on Zoom, and it's tailored to answer your particular questions. For example, if you have issues with natal chart readings, we can go there. Or if you're having problems working with your forecasting, we can go there. Or even basic astrology stuff, or even getting yourself organized for your astrology business. The idea is that astrological coaching will answer your particular questions. It's tailored specifically to you and where you are in your astrological journey. And I'm happy to help you out with some guidance about how you can get going, what to focus on, and what to dismiss. So that would be the astrological coaching for people trying to learn astrology. The second astrological service I offer is consultations. So this is for someone who perhaps doesn't know anything about astrology, but they just want to have their chart read or get their chart done. Call it what you will. So once more, this is a 1-hour consultation over Zoom. I will interpret your chart, tell you about the main features, tell you about where the energy is flowing, and all the rest of what is entailed in a thorough natal chart interpretation. I can also add in some forecasting in there too, bearing in mind we only have 1 hour. So just in summary, I've got coaching for people who want to learn astrology, and I've got consultations for those who want to get an astrology reading done. I'm Alison Price from Starzology.com. Thank you so much for listening. We'll see you next time.